one got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got... It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This will be taken very short. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 24-yard line.
Set, ready? 30 base. I got him. Time go. Check. Begin. Let go.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Jones breaking from the contact, and he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily, break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
Here we go. Set. 90 Wolf. 50. Let's go one more. 80 weapons. He's checking quick. Smooth. Go.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Ready, break.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Yeah. 5.
Second and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. On now is the Packers punter. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Hey, right there. 180. 52. Ready? Check three. 11.
On first down at Stanford. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it a second down.
Blue 60! Hey, 5-0! Off the screen!
Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
280! 57 to Mike. Bandit! Bandit! Hey, 50! 57 to Mike. Mike. All day.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
40 got.
First down.
On first and 10, Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Stafford on first down. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And that'll bring up second down.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35. To throw again. Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
50 plant. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Robinson now on first down. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The quarterback run good for 10 that time, but it does lead to a third down.
The defense has been on the field a long time now, and after a run like that, they've got to feel like they're almost on roller skates and getting pushed backwards on just about every snap.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Check. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine, baby. Get this. You're all mine.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
Down.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see some...
And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they had a long drive going last time, but it stalled out. But still, maybe something positive to carry forward from that last drive.
Well, a few different things that you carry forward. Number one, as you noted, they were moving it pretty well, so that gives them a lot of confidence. The second part is, keeps your defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest up a little bit. And last but not least, you've taken a good look at what you've done on offense, noted where the weaknesses are, and you know when you want to come back to them.
Like when you're organized with your points. Well done.
A, B, and C.
The first down carry here for Johnson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Throwing is Stafford. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where, in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Running right, Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Hey, Delta. Mike 51. Mike 51. Check tight. Check tight. Yep. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
First down, Packers.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, Charlie. Hey. We want this. Go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And the catch made by Johnson. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Look at me. Zipper.
2nd and 4. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Going to the sideline and incomplete. It's 3rd down and 4 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Hey, high 7. 50's the mark. You remember me? Hey. 5.
He'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
60 outlaw.
First down.
Hey, box drop, box drop. 50, my 50, my 50. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist. Get it.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Mike, 44. Hey, give me radar. Wide, get wide.
After the interception, here's Stanford. Throwing deep for Galladay. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. But they find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
61, matchbox right.
They'll set up to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Joshua Jackson there to knock that one away. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Hey, 70! Mike 57.
Hey, wahoo!
57's the Mike. Right? Switch. Check.
Throwing again. Stafford nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
57. Mike, 57. Watch the backer.
White.
Go.
50.
Hey, switch gears.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. Joshua Jackson there to knock that one away. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw forward.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2nd and 1. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Green Bay.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10.
Check. Fresno. Check. Slam.
Hey, watch it.
Rush in. Leo.
Check the backer.
Look at me. Go. They go.
Here's Jones. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll try the right side with Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
Next the score, Packers 7, Lions nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Here's 2nd and 8. Open man is Galladay, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Easy, alert! Hey, Red!
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Johnson's got it complete. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. A gain of 2, just like we saw on first and second down as well. Deuce is wild. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Crystal, travel. Check 37. Bravo. Ready.
2nd and 9 now. He sets to fire deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. As the first half is winding down. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Looking to throw. Robinson. Complete. It's Johnson. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
You got nothing to run. You got nothing. Hey, what's that?
Yes, yes.
Mike, 54. Come on. Come on.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike, 54. Mike, 54. Hey, pick it up, defense.
Now Robinson. From the gun, he'll throw. That's complete to Robinson. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And this score will stay right where it is.
On the ready.
Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. these guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because...
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. Johnson the intended target. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 15 of the year and second of the game. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go. Right, 70. 54. Double right. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch.
Now a first down throw. Stafford gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Josh Jackson.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Again, it's Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. On third down, here's Jones. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll kick it away for the second time. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Right there, 54, right there.
11.
I'm coming after you.
To throw again. Stafford looking left sideline, incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
50.
Get in the weight room.
Play action. Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Go.
They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 48, and his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Exit.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Hey.
At the
2nd and 2. Looking deep for Adams. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, his 9th touchdown of the season. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. They've got this big lead. They said, forget 1, we want 2. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Stafford. He finds his man Johnson.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Stafford now to throw. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Now Stafford, he'll get this one to Galladay. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. A little tough on the secondary there. In zone defensively. Quarterback had time to survey and find a spot.
And if you want to change things up and put a little more pressure on him, you can go to man coverage. Everyone matches up and send more pressure. But you can also do it out of zone coverage if you're worried about what's going to happen on your back end. Send someone else. Drop someone.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. To try again after the sack, Stafford. And he's into the clear, past the 20. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Back now at Ford Field, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Throwing is Stafford. This is caught by Robinson. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
To throw is Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
61, matchbox lights.
Right there, 54.
Stay 50, stay 50.
All day. Joker.
Lions go for it on 4th. It's Stafford. They find some open field here. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions.
This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Tight yard.
Back to throw here. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to break it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on? And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 41. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Ready?
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Check 50, check 50.
Look at me. Zipper.
Now a first down carry by Jones. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. They'll go again to Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
Watch the slant. Switch, switch, switch. Check, check, check. Slam, slam, slam.
Hey, 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 hey. Let's go.
Now Jones. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And now we'll get a delay here as they try to give themselves a little more room for the punt. And I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
And they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
17-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Mike, fight forward.
Omaha, ready to move.
Alert 3. Alert 3.
Now a play fake and it's Stafford. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And they work this out past the 25. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Under a heavy rush,
rush, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and now here is another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he'll get this down only to the 18. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter.
Go! 10-2 stop.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Back, back, back. Topper.
Check. Alert flare.
Get it.
On third down, Jones. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up first and goal now.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tracy Walker, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
6-6, pull it high.
Kill.
Hey, seam 6. Ready?
On first down, Robinson. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting rush coming, and he's taken down. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to wind up in there, and that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.